Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Let's begin our conversation. Today also happens to be a special day, 9th January, Pravasi Bharatiya Divas. So many congratulations to all of you and to all our diaspora members across the world. With that, we open the floor. We start with Kadambini here.
कादम्बिनी शर्मा इंडिपेंडेंट जर्नलिस्ट सर एक बयान आया है अमेरिका की तरफ से कि बिल दिया गया है जिसमें 500% टैरिफ की बात की जा रही है। उसमें साफ तौर पर लिंडसे ग्राहम ने नाम लिया है भारत का भी। उस पर विदेश मंत्रालय की क्या प्रतिक्रिया है?
Okay. Siddhant.
So yesterday at the Pak Foreign Ministry briefing, we saw the reaction or the comment by the Pakistani side on the demolition drive in Delhi and making remarks on the situation of the minorities. Any reaction by the Indian side?
Aditya.
Two quick questions. One on Bangladesh. There are several attacks on minorities that have taken place. Have you reached out to the Bangladesh government? Any reaction on that? And secondly, Israel has just reacted and said that they're not comfortable with Pakistan army in the International Stabilization Force in Gaza. How do you react to that?
Okay. Jessica.
Hi, sir. This is Jessica for Doordarshan. I have two China-related questions. The first, how does the MEA Chinese infrastructure build up via CPEC in POJK as also in the Shaksgam Valley, which is also in Pakistan, occupied Jammu and Kashmir? And the second one, do you have any comments on recent developments, including China's military exercise around Taiwan? How do you see this impact regional peace and stability?
Okay.
Good evening, sir. Vinayak Dixit from RT India. So, as per RT India's own source-based reports, there were 3 Indians on board the oil tanker seized by the United States on the 7th of January. What more details can you give to us about these individuals, and is the government working to get these individuals back or get access to them? Furthermore, how do you react to this seizure?
Okay. So first, Kadambini, आपका सवाल जो जिस बिल की आप बात कर रहे हैं, जो प्रस्तावित बिल है, उसके बारे में हमको ज्ञान है और इन मसलों को और इस बिल को हम लोग बड़े ध्यान से जो भी उनके साथ जो गतिविधियां हो रही है उस पर हम ध्यान अपना केंद्रित किए हुए हैं। साथ ही साथ मैं आपको बताना चाहूँगा कि जहाँ तक ऊर्जा स्रोतों का सवाल है उससे आप भली भांति वाकिफ़ है कि हमारा क्या रवैया है, क्या हमारा अप्रोच है। इस संदर्भ में जैसा कि आप जानते हैं कि हमारी जो हमारा अप्रोच होता है वो वैश्विक बाज़ार में क्या परिस्थिति है, किस प्रकार का माहौल है, उसको मद्देनज़र रखते हुए और साथ ही साथ जो हमारे अपने एक इम्पेरेटिव है कि हमारे जो 1.4 अरब लोग हैं उनको किस प्रकार से सस्ते दाम पर ऊर्जा मुहैया कराया जाए। इन दोनों चीज़ों को देखते हुए हम लोग अपनी ऊर्जा स्रोतों के बारे में हमारी अपनी स्ट्रेटजी और रणनीति को तय करते हैं। ओके, सॉरी। We are aware of the proposed bill, the bill that she referred to. We are closely following the developments around the bill. Our position on the larger question of energy sourcing is well known to you, and I have spoken about it on several occasions in the past as well. In this endeavor, we are guided by the evolving dynamics in the global market, as also the imperative to secure affordable energy for our 1.4 billion people through diverse sources to meet their energy security needs. On Siddhant, regarding question regarding certain comments that have been made, I mean, I need not elaborate or to tell you that what is the situation of minorities in that country, and those people who make such comments should first look at their own record before commenting on others. Aditya, on the question of minorities, we had on several occasions in earlier presses as well, I have commented on this particular issue that you referred to. We continue to witness a disturbing pattern of recurring attacks on minorities that you referred, as well as their homes and establishments, business establishments by extremists in Bangladesh. Such communal incidents need to be dealt with swiftly and firmly. We have also observed a troubling tendency to attribute such incidents to personal rivalries, personal vendettas, political differences, and other extraneous reasons. Such disregard only emboldens the extremists and the perpetrators of such crimes and deepens the sense of fear and insecurity among the minorities. On our position on Gaza peace plan has been clarified earlier. We welcome the Gaza peace plan. As to other aspects of the details, etc., we are, we have to yet to look into it. But Gaza peace plan is something that we welcomed. Questions from Jessica on the Chinese infrastructure build-up via CPEC, as also in Shaksgam Valley. Shaksgam Valley is Indian territory. We have never recognized the so-called China-Pakistan boundary agreement that happened in 1963. We have consistently maintained that the agreement is illegal and invalid. We do not recognize the so-called China-Pakistan economic corridor either, which passes through Indian territory that is under forcible and illegal occupation of Pakistan. The entire Union territories of Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh are an integral and inalienable part of India. This has been clearly conveyed to Pakistani and the Chinese authorities several times. We have consistently protested with the Chinese side against attempts to alter the ground reality in Shaksgam Valley. We further reserve the right to take necessary measures to safeguard our interests. On the second question on military exercises, India closely follows developments across the Indo-Pacific region. We have an abiding interest in peace and stability in the region in view of our significant trade, economic, people-to-people, and maritime interests. We urge all concerned parties to exercise restraint, eschew unilateral actions, and resolve all issues through peaceful means without threat or use of force. Question from RT India. Yes, we have seen reports. In fact, we've seen reports through your channel that 3 Indians are there in that particular ship. We are ascertaining these details from the authorities concerned. This side. Parikshit.
Sir, could you give us a status of the India-US trade deal in light of the US Commerce Secretary's latest statement, where he has gone on to say that the trade deal that was negotiated and agreed upon with India earlier does not exist on paper anymore, and he said the deal did not happen because the Prime Minister, Narendra Modi, did not call President Trump. And also, when it comes to Russian oil, in light of developments taking place in the US and the Lindsey Graham bill, is the Ministry of External Affairs, is the government giving any sort of advisory or policy on what's going to be our stand on buying Russian oil for the future?
Okay. Ajay.
Good evening, sir. Ajay Banerjee. Sir, I seek a further clarification on what Parikshit, my friend, has just asked. Sir, in the past 1 week, President Trump has said many things with regards to his relations to India. He even said that Prime Minister Modi said that, sir, I seek time from you. as a reporter, seek a clarification. Did Prime Minister Modi say "Sir" to Donald Trump, or he said "Excellency"?
Okay. Ishi?
This is Yeshi Sedi from Business India. India also buys oil from Venezuela, just 2% of it. Is the current instability in Venezuela and the US, saying that they are going to take interim control of Venezuela, going to impact that? And secondly, about the 8th Indian veteran, you had said that you will get back and tell us what are the charges under which he's arrested right now.
Okay. Ishi?
So this is Aishi Gaur from ANI. Two questions. One, has there been any kind of engagement directly with the United States administration following the comments that we have been seeing? And second question is regarding the visit of German Chancellor to India. Will the issue of Ariha Shah, the Indian child who has been in German foster care, will come up during the discussion between Prime Minister Modi and German Chancellor?
Okay. Huma?
So I'm Huma Siddiqui and I have two questions. I'm from Stat News Global. One, how does India look at the situation in the LAC region, and how many Indians are there in Venezuela, Cuba and Colombia? If you have any numbers, please do share.
Indians, you said?
Yes, sir. And in case there is a need, would they be repatriated?
Okay. So first, Parikshit, coming to your question. We have seen the remarks. India and the United States were committed to negotiating a bilateral trade agreement with the US as far back as 13th of February last year, that is. Since then, two sides have held multiple rounds of negotiations to arrive at a balanced and mutually beneficial trade agreement. On several occasions, we have been close to a deal. The characterization of these discussions in the reported remarks is not accurate. We remain interested in a mutually beneficial trade deal between two complementary economies and look forward to concluding it. Incidentally, Prime Minister and President Trump have also spoken on phone on 8 occasions during 2025, covering different aspects of our wide-ranging partnership. हमने इन टिप्पणियों को देखा है। भारत और अमेरिका पिछले साल 13 फरवरी से ही एक द्विपक्षीय व्यापार समझौते पर बातचीत करने के लिए प्रतिबद्ध थे। तब से दोनों पक्षों ने एक संतुलित और पारस्परिक रूप से लाभकारी व्यापारिक समझौते पर पहुंचने के लिए कई दौर की बातचीत की है। कई मौके पर हम समझौते के बहुत करीब पहुंचे हैं। रिपोर्ट की गई टिप्पणियों में इन चर्चाओं का जो विवरण दिया गया है वह ठीक नहीं है। हम दो पूरक अर्थव्यवस्थाओं के बीच पारस्परिक रूप से लाभकारी व्यापार समझौता में रुचि रखते हैं और इसे संपन्न करने की आशा करते हैं। संयोग से हमारे प्रधानमंत्री और राष्ट्रपति ट्रंप के बीच 2025 के दौरान 8 बार फ़ोन पर बातचीत हुई है, जिसमें हमारी व्यापक साझेदारी के विभिन्न पहलुओं पर दोनों नेताओं ने चर्चा किया। Ajay, on your question regarding how leaders address each other, let me say that Prime Minister and President Trump, they have a friendly relationship and have always addressed each other with mutual respect as per diplomatic norms. Yeshi, on your question on energy resourcing, I just told you what is our broad approach to it. It is dependent on the evolving dynamics in the global market, as also the imperative for us to provide energy at affordable rates to our 1.4 billion people so that their energy security needs are met. So this will be a factor in the way we engage the global market on energy sources. On update on Commander Tiwari, Punyendra Tiwari, sorry. He was arrested last month in a case that has been going on in Qatar for quite some time now. As per our information, apart from him, there are several others who have been arrested as well, but they are not Indian national, they are of other nationalities. Our embassy is in touch with Commander Tiwari and his family and is extending all possible consular help to him. The arrest happened after a court verdict. This matter presently is sub judice, and it would not be appropriate for me to comment any further on this issue. Ayushi, yes, on the question of our conversations, yes, we have continuous conversations with the United States on several matters. On the question of Ariha Shah, we have, you would have seen that the German Chancellor would be paying an official visit to India on 12th and 13th. We will have bilateral talks between the two leaders, our Prime Minister and German Chancellor in Ahmedabad. During these discussions, all aspects of the bilateral relationship will be discussed. You would have seen our statement that we issued post developments in Venezuela. We are closely following developments in that part of the world. As far as Indian nationals who are resident in Venezuela and Colombia, other countries in the region, we have not a big community, a small community, some 50 people in Venezuela. And we've also, through our travel advisory, we have asked them to be in touch, and our embassy is in touch with them. In Colombia, we have somewhere around 650 Indian nationals, and there again, our embassy is in close touch with them as well. But as far as our commitment to Indian nationals are concerned, as and when there is a need for us to extend a helping hand and support, we will surely do that. Okay, please, Preeti.
I'm Preeti, independent journalist. MEA has issued an advisory on Iran for our people to be cautious. Any other comments on the unrest? And second one is Trump pulling out from 66 organizations. How do you see it affecting the Indian Solar Alliance and the relief also that we contribute a lot to other nations? Thank you.
Solar Alliance, you said? Okay. Sudhi?
Thank you, sir. So I'm drawing your reference to the FARA filings that have come out recently, and just wanted an understanding that is it a normal practice that India, for meeting the counterparts, meetings with ambassador designate, or even with meetings of the External Affairs Minister with the with security establishments in the United States, you need a lobbyist, and does that show that India's reach within the Trump administration is completely broken down?
Okay. Suhasini and Siddhant.
Yes, two follow-ups. I'm Suhasini Heather from The Hindu. The first is Shriranjan's question about the particular FARA filings that have come out. On this, from this podium, you have often said that India did not reach out to the US, during Operation Sindoor for specific issues, particularly on trade. We do see in those FARA filings 4 calls made on behalf of the Indian embassy by this particular lobbyist to the White House and to the US Trade Representative Jamieson Greer, specifically about Operation Sindoor. I'd like to ask, in light of all the other filings that have come out, what those are about, whether the MEA can tell us what they discussed on May the 10th, which is a specific day on Saturday. The other question on Russian oil, I saw you've already answered some of it, but it's not just the US and Mr. Trump personally who has said Indians want to please me by cutting Russian oil. Just 2 days ago, the Polish foreign minister, in the presence of Jaishankar, said that he expressed satisfaction at India cutting its oil or imports of Russian oil. Does this mean this is now an Indian policy? The External Affairs Minister did not contradict him on that day. So does it mean that India is now cutting its Russian oil, and is it going to zero out its imports of Russian oil as it has in the past with Iran and Venezuela? Thank you.
Okay.
Hi, sir.
Siddhant, yes.
Hi, sir. I'm Siddhant from CNN News 18. Sir, any comments on the Minneapolis shooting? Also, sir, my another question is, there are reports suggesting that India is planning to scrap 5-year-old restrictions on the Chinese firm bidding for government contracts. And the third, sir, New York City Mayor Zoran Mamdani wrote a letter to Umar Khalid. Do you have any comments to offer? Thank you.
I've forgotten, you've asked me so many questions that I've forgotten what you asked. What was the second question? So what was the second question?
The second one is regarding some reports suggesting that India will scrap the ban on the Chinese companies to bid in India. This decision was taken after Galwan. So any such decision has been taken.
Okay. Keshav?
So thank you. Keshav Padmanabhan from The Plate. My first question is, has there been any update with regards to the consular access to the 16 Indian crew members who were detained by Iran last month on the 8th of December on the ship Valiant Road? And if I may add, with regards to oil purchases, I understand your position, but do you deny the characterization that has been afforded by the US and various European leaders that that the curtailment is due to wanting to make them happy? Thank you.
Okay, well, first, Preeti, your question. We are closely following developments in Iran. As you would have seen, we've also issued an advisory. We have some 10,000 Indian nationals and people of Indian origin in that country. On International Solar Alliance, you would have seen, and we have seen the announcement that the US government made, where they opted out of several international organizations, including bodies of the United Nations. They also opted out of International Solar Alliance. On our part, we continue to push for or advancing its goals. Since its inception, International Solar Alliance has made significant progress in promoting solar energy deployment and cooperation among its members. There are 125 members who are part of International Solar Alliance at this point in time. More countries will be joining, but we continue to advance its goals. On the larger question, India stands for multilateralism and believes that global issues needs consultative and collaborative action by all countries. Sudhi, your question about FARA filings. See, this is a normal practice in Washington, D.C. and in the United States of America, that countries, embassies, business establishments, and private organizations, they hire lobbyists and consultants. We, on our part, the Indian mission, has been hiring such lobbying firms since the 1950s. The details of all these firms are available in the public domain. So I would urge you, if you wish to get to know more details of them, you can look up on the relevant website. Suhasini, again, your question on FARA filings. I said that this is a common practice and all these details are available on the website. It is a standard practice for embassies and business organizations and private organizations to have lobbying firm to strengthen their outreach, and so is the case with us. The Indian Embassy in Washington has been hiring lobbyists to augment their outreach with various stakeholders in the United States since the 1950s. On energy sourcing, our position has been clarified several times. You know exactly what our broad approach to energy sourcing from the global market is. Siddhant, we are closely following the developments in and around Minneapolis shooting. We are concerned as we have a large Indian diaspora or Indian community, a large Indian community in the United States, including large number of students. We also have a large number of professionals and other people, so naturally it's a matter of concern for us. On the issue of comments made by the Mayor of New York, we expect public representatives to be respectful of the independence of judiciary in other democracies. Expressing personal prejudices do not behove those in office. Instead of such comments, it would be better to focus on the responsibilities entrusted to them. On your question about restrictions on Chinese companies, I don't have an update. This is a question that pertains to other departments of Government of India. I shall come back to you on where we are on this particular matter. On energy sourcing, again, whether we buy oil from X part or Y part, we are, our broad approach. It is based on two imperatives. One is what is the available or evolving global dynamics, and two, there is an imperative to provide energy at affordable rates to our 1.4 billion people. So whatever we do will be guided by these two imperatives. This is the broad approach of Government of India that I have just told you. This is how we look at energy sourcing. Okay, we go from there. Friend.
Thank you, Andreas Franz from ARD, German TV and radio. What are the Indian expectations concerning the initial visit of the German Chancellor Monday and Tuesday, and are there any joint agreements planned, or could you just give us a rough itinerary? I mean, we know he's going to Ahmedabad and he's going to Bengaluru, but what are your expectations from the visit?
Pranay?
Sir, Pranay Upadhyay, India Today, आज तक से सोमालीलैंड से क्या रिकॉग्निशन के लिए भारत को कोई औपचारिक प्रस्ताव मिला है, और दूसरा सवाल ग्रीनलैंड से जुड़ा है, क्या ग्रीनलैंड को लेकर भारत की नीति क्या है अगर कोई मिलिट्री टेकओवर होता है या अमेरिकन एक्शन वहां होता है, क्योंकि इंडिया नॉर्डिक समिट में प्रधानमंत्री मोदी ने डेनमार्क के अंदर ही काफ़ी सॉलिडारिटी एक्सप्रेस की थी नॉर्डिक कंट्रीज के साथ में.
Megha?
Good afternoon, sir. This is Megha from NewsX. And the first question about the direct flights that are going to be resumed between Pakistan and Bangladesh after 14 years. Have there been permissions that have been sought by Bangladesh for overflight operations from India? And what is India's response on this? Secondly, there is also a potential defense deal that is likely to be signed between both countries with the sale of the J-17s that Pakistan has spoken about. What is India's reaction to this?
Okay. Nirmala?
Nirmala from Straits Times. In December, India and Russia signed a labor mobility pact and also one on illegal migration. What are the next steps to kind of operationalizing these two deals, and also any other measures that the MEA is taking to curb illegal migration or create safe corridors for migration?
Okay, first visit of German Chancellor. We eagerly await to receive German Chancellor in Ahmedabad and thereafter in Bangalore. This is a very important visit. As you know, Germany is an important, not just an important partner, as a strategic partner for us. We have a multifaceted partnership with Germany, spanning economic, trade, skill development, green partnership, cooperation in the areas of new and emerging technology on AI, semiconductor. Germany today is also an important destination for Indian students, professionals. We recently signed a mobility partnership which is given further push to our people-to-people ties. So we expect significant results out of this very important visit that is going to happen on 12th and 13th. We will also be having several business engagements which will give a further boost to India-Germany partnership, and we are very eagerly looking forward to this visit, which is of high importance to us. There are several agreements. I mean, they are still being concluded. I mean, they are being negotiated between the parties, between the two sides. So we will have a press briefing on 12th in Ahmedabad, where we will give you all those details as to what are the agreements, significant ones, and all the agreements that will be signed between the two countries. प्रणय, आपका सवाल सोमालीलैंड को लेके है. मैं आपको कहना चाहूँगा कि सोमालिया के साथ हमारे पुराने संबंध हैं. हमारा पक्ष ये है कि इस देश की जो क्षेत्रीय अखंडता है और उसकी जो संप्रभुता है उसका आदर किया जाए. तो ये हमारा पक्ष है सोमालिया को लेके. For others who would like to know our position, India has long-standing ties with Somalia. We continue to underline the importance of respecting sovereignty and territorial integrity of the country. जहाँ तक ग्रीनलैंड की बात आपने बताई, वहाँ चल रहे जो भी गतिविधि जो हमने देखा है, बहुत सारे रिपोर्ट्स मीडिया में, उसको हम लोग और इन सभी मामलों पर जो गतिविधियाँ चल रही है उस पर हम लोग नज़र बनाए हुए हैं. We have seen on the Greenland part, we have seen relevant media reports in this regard. We are closely following the developments. Megha, on Biman, yes, we have seen reports about flight connections between Bangladesh and Pakistan. Such issues will be dealt with as per the agreements of the air services agreement that we have with Bangladesh. On the other matter of defense engagement, we keep a close watch on all developments that have a bearing on our security interests. Nirmala, I don't have an update as to on the labor mobility agreement that we signed, but yes, we look forward to putting this into action. There is a requirement on both sides to strengthen our economic partnership, our technology partnership. Recently, we inaugurated 2 new consulates in Russia, in Yekaterinburg and in Kazan. So we will these agreements that have been signed on labor mobility, mobility partnership and labor agreements, they will open up new avenues for collaboration between the two countries. Keshav, you had asked a question. Oh yes, sorry, I missed your question. Yes, we have sought consular access on the detention of Indian nationals. We understand that 10 of them have been arrested. They have been detained. Our embassy is in touch with the Iranian authorities in this matter, and we have also sought consular access so that we can inquire about their well-being and also offer whatever assistance that is required from our side. Okay. Too many questions. Mujib.
Just one more follow-up on the Russian oil issue. There was a reduction of over several months before we've seen an uptick again. And in Lindsey Graham's words, the Indian ambassador to the United States characterized that reduction as a matter of policy to reduce tensions with the United States. Do you confirm that characterization, or was it due to the market dynamics that you've been talking?
Aisha.
Hello, sir. Thank you. This is Anangsha Mitra. So, is there any development ahead of Iranian's foreign minister visit, given the fast developing scenario in Iran? And the second question would be the year. This is the first pressure of the MEA. The year begins with a phenomena of book fair. There are a lot of international book fair will occur within a month or so, including my own state in Bengal, in Calcutta. So all these international book fairs are a great place for the state mission for diplomacy. So there is about hoping 7 million readers where some 10 billion markets remain untapped by international players, which is, beyond diplomacy, there are bigness merit to it. So is there any plan for tapping these opportunities during this season? Thank you.
Akansha.
Good evening, sir. I'm Akanksha Swaroop from CNN News 18. Last week, we saw India's Power Minister visit and inspect the ongoing projects on Indus rivers and including projects on Chenab. Given the IWT is in abeyance, in fact, yesterday only the Foreign Office in Pakistan has said that IWT remains a binding international instrument and does not provide for its suspension or abeyance, and that Pakistan will take this matter up with New Delhi at political and diplomatic levels. We'll appreciate your response.
Okay. Gautam.
Okay, Gautam Lahiri. The question relates to elections in Myanmar and Bangladesh. Whether India has been consistently saying that India wants an inclusive participatory election, but that's not happening in Myanmar. And also in Bangladesh, the nomination paper has been submitted, but the major political parties have been excluded, not allowed to participate in the election. How now India views those elections, whether you will accept the results or you will still continue to put pressure on them?
No, there are several others who want to ask. Sanjeev.
सर संजीव त्रिवेदी मेरा नाम है, न्यूज़ 24 से हूँ। सर दो जानकारियाँ हैं। पहली तो ये आपसे अपेक्षित है कि आपने ये पहले भी बताया था कि कॉन्सुलर एक्सेस ईरानियन नेवी द्वारा पकड़े गए भारतीयों को लेकर के संभव नहीं हो पा रहा है, तो क्या आप कहना चाहेंगे वहाँ प्रोटेस्ट चल रहे हैं इस वजह से, या क्या वजह है? क्योंकि 1 महीना से ऊपर अब सिलसिला हो चुका है और अभी तक कोई जानकारी इस बाबत नहीं मिल पाई है कि वजह क्या है, किस वजह से उन्हें पकड़ा गया है। और दूसरी बात ये सर, अपने साथियों की बस जिज्ञासा को आगे बढ़ाते हुए कि अमेरिका के ओहदेदारों की तरफ से इस तरह के जो बयान आते हैं, और ये पहली दफ़ा नहीं है कि आ रहे हैं, पहले भी आते रहे हैं, तो आप इस मंच से क्या ये कहना चाहेंगे कि पारस्परिक संबंधों के लिए ये शायद बेहतर नहीं है?
Okay, Mujib, on oil. Look, on energy sourcing, what is our approach? I have already made myself very clear. So I would stop at that. Angsha, yes, we will let you know about the upcoming visits that are happening at the level of ministers, etc. as and when we have these details with us. On International Book Fair, yes, this is a very important engagement for us as we strengthen our partnerships across the world. There are not just book fairs, but several international festivals happening in this city and in several cities across India. And we look forward to strengthening our cultural understanding with the world at large. On Akansha, on Indus Waters Treaty, our position has been stated several times. It is kept in abeyance. It remains in abeyance till such time Pakistan credibly and irrevocably abjures its support for cross-border terrorism. Gautam, on elections in Myanmar and Bangladesh, we continue to support and call for inclusive, fair and free elections so that we have a mandate that is credible. संजीव, ईरान में हम लोगों ने कॉन्सुलर एक्सेस मांगा है. कॉन्सुलर एक्सेस ऐसा नहीं है कि नहीं मिलता है. कॉन्सुलर एक्सेस की एक प्रक्रिया होती है और उसके तहत हमको कॉन्सुलर एक्सेस हमने मांगा है और इस कॉन्सुलर एक्सेस के मार्फत हम वहाँ पर जो हमारे लोग हैं जो अभी जिनको डिटेन किया गया है उनकी हालचाल के बारे में पूछेंगे और हमारी कोशिश रहेगी कि जल्द से जल्द अपने देश लौटे. सॉरी, अमेरिका और भारत के बीच में अच्छे रिश्ते हैं और दोनों देशों के बीच में बातचीत चलती रहती है. ये बहुआयामी एक स्ट्रेटेजिक पार्टनरशिप है और कई मुद्दों पर रोज़ दिन बात चलती रहती है. ओके, राघवेंद्र and our friend there.
Yeah, so this is Raghavendra Varma from ZDF German television. In light of the recent international development, especially by the United States in Venezuela, and talk about Greenland, and the upcoming visits with the German Chancellor, the EU delegation, and later in the French President, is it a time for India to have, or the countries, for a radical shift in the discussions? Is India already prepared to focus more on the global order and shifting the bilateral discussions that might happen towards rebuilding the global order, or is it until now it's things normal? Yeah.
Okay, last question.
Good evening, thank you, and Happy New Year. I have a follow-up question on that my colleague from RT India has asked about the Russian oil tanker that has been seized by the US. Does Indian government consider this practice to be in violation of freedom of international maritime navigation? Thank you.
Hello, this is Tawqir Hussain from Yomiuri Shimbum. I just want to know that how does MEA see the statement issued by the Congress party on Venezuela?
So first, Raghavan, coming to your questions, yes, the world is in a flux. There are several developments that are happening across the world. We continue to discuss and share our perspectives on those issues with our international partners. On second question, we are closely following the developments, and as I took the question of your colleague, I said that we are ascertaining further details of the Indian nationals who are supposed to be there on the oil tanker. Tawqir, on your question was, sorry? On Venezuela, we have already given our statement, so I would request you to look at what we have said. With that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your presence.